Hello and welcome to Final Show Films. I'm John, the executive producer here, and I want to thank you all for tuning in to watch. I especially want to thank our Patreon supporters on patreon.com/fsfilms, particularly our $25 tier supporters, Rowan Parker, Jeremy Alexander, Samantha Bates, Cat Waterflame, and Elle, without whom we would do nearly as much of the things that we do now. Thank you all very much for supporting us, and if you're watching live, please feel free to sit back, relax, and enjoy. We're live.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Stardust RPG on Trails of Stardust. Joining me today, I am William. I am your game master for this 5th edition science fantasy campaign.
Helpful to know.
It is. Joining me today, we have Jeremy.
Hi, I'm Jeremy. I am playing Kendall Fairchild, a Ladrin Warlock.
Kendall Failchild.
Failchild. Nope.
Not there yet.
Well, yes. Really, yes, but only in spirit, not in name.
And John.
I'm John. I'm playing Koltarn, the Orc Artificer, as well as Skir Tolbar, his AI/construct companion, and also Black Lives Matter and trans rights are human rights.
Yes. Believe women and all the other things that we say every time because I don't have the attention span to remember all of them.
Fuck off, Brian Kendrick.
There are the fact that there are more
More than can be easily remembered.
there are more things that should be said regularly than can be easily remembered is in itself a problem.
Stick the Horatio on the end of that, and you got my favorite line from Hamlet. I knew at least Jack would get it.
Sorry, what?
Oh, I'm pleased.
Fuck. Okay. And Craig.
Oh. Didn't trip this time. What's up? I'm making a gate. I'm playing bees. A swarm of nocturne and torch bees who collectively, where the hell's my camera? There it is. Who collectively form on a swarm keeper ranger professional podcast.
There are two things that I love right now. One is that Craig came in with a drill, like, "Hey there, how you doing?" Second is that he's there with the not creepy burning balloon still there.
And also,
I also love that he phased through
gate.
himself to do that.
Yeah, John.
Roll back. You're making a gate.
Yeah. How else am I supposed to gatekeep this hobby? God, keep up.
I'm so glad you made that joke so I didn't have to.
Oh God, and Cody.
Ow.
2022
Cody,
left us all punch drunk. Already.
Cody,
2 months in.
Baruj Al Rul locks it on Void Keeper. Yeah, I got nothing to add to this chaos.
And Jack.
Hey everybody, I'm Jack. I'm playing Till Wayland, the Avian Way of the Iron Path monk, who makes up 1/3 of the birds and the bees. And I was going to say fuck capitalism and fuck NFTs. Okay, there's two.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Two more things to throw on that, yeah. And Holly.
Hi, I'm Holly. I'm playing Mistle, an Environ Rogue.
And Foul.
Hi, I'm Fowl. I'll be playing the role of Gideon Eaglin in Avian Rogue. And Down with Patriarchy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Also,
one more thing.
NFTs are just tech bros reinventing the art trade.
Yes.
I mean, I'm saying today's a real good day for the metaverse if you paid attention to the stock market. Yeah.
That reminds me, Jack. I have some stuff to talk to you about for Sal for season 2.
Oh,
no!
I'll bet you do.
No!
I'll bet you do. And
Sal,
all of those ideas
Sal-
are going to require a sense worm check, motherfucker.
Oh my god.
Sal, inventor of NFTs, bringer of the worm.
Hey guys, does anybody
Really,
wanna,
Craig?
Does
You're
anybody
bringing me to this.
Anybody want to buy this GIF of the Mojave?
Fuck.
Oh my god. No.
Anyway. When last we left off, the group had decided to delve into the old emperor, the old fallen emperor of Savaranus's palace, and discovered a magic mirror that connected them to a similar mirror, speaking with the individual they have been arrayed against, the demon lord or demon king Distagmos Zatran. And after a brief conversation, the group spent some time further looking for secret passageways and found one that descended into a part of the sewers underneath the city that was blocked off from the main portion of the sewers, and proceeded to follow down where we ended last session with them getting caught in a machine gun trap.
Oh right.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, that happened.
I forgot about that.
Totally forgot about that.
Got Swiss cheese by machine guns.
Who
Dun, dun.
got caught in the trap?
Everyone.
Everyone, but particularly Kendall.
We've
The
already done
secret
the already done all the
sewers of
healing.
Savaranus that lead to the Sarheim scientists situation.
Did I get healed or did I not mark my hit
Very
points
nice,
yet?
You already
No,
got
you
healed.
Thanks.
got healed.
Okay.
We
Okay.
did-
Yeah,
we- we
the
did
last rolls were healing things.
You're gonna
Okay,
have
good.
some intestinal GI issues for a while, but you are healed up thanks to good berries.
Well, also my cure wounds that I use.
But as everyone pieces themselves back together after the machine guns have spun down after running out of ammunition, that's where we pick up.
And these things don't look like they're reloading and getting ready to go for a second round or anything.
No,
it
because I punched them out of the wall.
Well, they also just ran out of ammunition and did not
That
appear to have
too.
been maintained in a long time.
All right.
That too, but I also punched them out of the wall for parts.
Sure. If we find any of those that are working, I could use that.
A turret?
A machine gun.
Oh, did you want to borrow mine while we're down here?
You have a spare?
Yes. This is a bit close for now. So, and since I have this and he holds up the shield, I can't
Mhm.
really. So there's a custom machine gun on the back or on his back that you can grab, and I will message you the stats for it.
Yoink!
I'll send you a list.
Still
of
grab
everything
it and
that
just
has
kind of
on
like
it.
rack the slide, check the action, engage the clip, and
Oh, is that the one that I modified for you?
It is.
What's
Here's
that?
all the stuff.
What was the pattern?
loner machine gun.
God, we just went on the
Because-
FBI watch list.
because Till is not Plunk.
But he's
Plunk
got
hasn't shot me yet.
Plunk also doesn't give shit back when you loan it to him.
Did I give you a name?
And let you make him.
Did I give you a name for that, Cody?
No.
Just saying, I'm very excited for your next net one.
Excellent. And those weapon characteristics, do those have mechanical aspects to them
They
as well?
do.
Okay.
Yeah.
God, which book was that? Firearm modifications, right? Grease Monkey's
Yeah, we
Handbook
have-
and the core book.
Yeah, we have
this Stardust book.
I think it's pinned in the.
Okay. It's in the Stardust compendium.
Actually, no, I don't think it is in the compendium. I don't think I put the firearm modifications there.
Okay.
So that will be the that would be a Skogulton pattern machine gun.
But the
I found them. I can send them to him.
yeah, send the
Dope.
rules off. I should make sure that everyone has the Grease Monkey's Handbook for stuff that's there.
I mean, it's been linked in the.
Yeah, but it hasn't been pinned, I don't think. Like, I should just like get a Google Drive put together with all the stuff that's going into the into the science fiction game at some point. But for now,
I put that into the wrong window.
I've got a heavy
There you go.
revolver and my shield, so that's what I'm using going forward.
Awesome.
All right.
yeah, there's the Grease Monkey's Handbook, and it's got the link to the page. Cool.
So. Let's try to keep an eye out for any further traps in the sewers as we go forward. We have
Agreed.
limited ability to restore our wounds.
Yeah, we're pretty much all out of honey.
So-
I've got this in front of me. Somebody wants to be behind me and look past, see if they can determine anything for traps, or
Okay.
they feel comfortable enough to get ahead. Those
That's a
that are light on their
Coltarn
feet.
check, right?
I'll walk ahead of you.
We can watch too.
I think Varouche was suggesting he stay in front because he has the shield that can provide cover.
Oh,
Yeah.
fair. Well then, bees, you can keep an eye out for traps with me.
Okay. Do you want us to roll?
Yeah, go ahead and roll investigation.
Could we make that
Oh.
bees giving me advantage?
Yep,
Yeah, if it's investigation, could I please give advantage instead?
you absolutely can.
I thought it was perception. My bad.
It's not.
Uh,
But you can help me, so. Whabam! 27.
There's an amount of overlap, but like if you're specifically, and I believe that like the player's handbook calls this out, if you're specifically searching for traps, it's investigation. Whereas if you're just trying to notice something out of place, it's perception.
No, that makes complete sense. I just forgot that. And my
Sorry.
investigation is -2.
So with the 27.
It's a good thing you gave me advantage because the first roll was a 2.
Yeah.
Would have been a 10.
Oh, well, I couldn't do it if I was helping, but remind me, I have guidance now. I keep forgetting.
But as you look around, you start to realize that this area is designed very differently from what you would expect a standard sewer to look like. And you start to take a look and you start to see that you're looking at what was probably at one point a fortress designed to masquerade as a sewer tunnel. As you sort of see the shape of catwalks and the distribution of tunnels and the separation of like small divots in the side that individuals could take cover in. This place was designed for a small elite force of Imperial soldiers to be able to hold out against an invasion force. And it looks like it hasn't been used like that in a long time. It looks to be in severe disrepair as you start to see other traps that aren't active just because they've worn out. The pressure plates have given out or the sensors have broken down as you pass them. and you start to realize that this place would have been far more dangerous if the people operating it were still around.
I also still have my scanner going for scan for technology in a 30-foot radius around me as we're going. So whenever I spot one of those traps that's already disarmed, I'm just going to pull out a bit of chalk and mark where the trap is so that I can come back and salvage it later.
What does it smell like down here?
Bad, but in specific, it's a combination of wastewater along with ancient cordites that has long since fallen out, with a heavy coating of dust on the walls, the occasional whiff of sulfur or something else equally poisonous in the air that is not in great enough quantities to be a threat to the health of the people walking through, but definitely gives a foul scent as you pass through. It's not a pleasant place.
No, but I mean any scent of decay indicating relatively recent death, or is that just completely masked by all the funk from the
Yeah,
the
if
waste
you're
and
if there
sewage?
is any of that nearby, you're definitely it's being overpowered by the sewage.
Okay.
Overpowered by the sewage is my System of a Down cover band.
That tracks.
Hey. No, that's not true. I actually am not a big System of a Down fan.
I mean, I like the music.
Yeah.
I do.
Bill's just keeping his head on a swivel, trying to keep an eye on anything that might be happening nearby. Now that he has, eyeballs that work down here a bit.
Yeah. what
Gideon's
was the-
just trying to not break shit because Kindle's done enough of that for everybody today.
Oh,
Damn.
That's fired.
he's still lit. I mean, sorry. The torch equivalent is still lit, like, so the bees are still radiating light. Has anyone suggested we douse that?
No.
Okay. All right. So there's bright light for 20 feet and then dim for 10 more.
That's 2020, I think.
Okay.
Typically, torchlight is evenly distributed between dim and bright. I don't know of any that has asymmetrical light distances.
Yeah, it's 2020.
Yep.
Yes, 2020, indicated by a burning stick.
Kendall is definitely towards the back. They're being shot many times.
Mistel's on Kindle's shoulder, making sure she doesn't die.
Look, I injected her with troll regenerative serum. She's fine.
I'm sorry, what?
That was that was out of character. But also, he did explain that. Actually, no, that's a fair point.
No, you
Kendall
just
might never
injected me
have-
with something and I felt better.
Yeah.
You didn't
might-
tell me what it was.
Yeah. in
Otherwise,
character.
somebody would not have
Well, no.
taken it.
He did explain what it was the first time he used it a while
hasn't
ago.
since. Yeah.
But it's possible that Kindle didn't hear that or didn't draw the connection between what it was, and he just did.
You gotta remember, it wasn't used on her that time.
Right.
Yeah,
That was,
yeah,
He wasn't
that was,
paying
that was on
attention.
that was on Gideon, I think.
Yeah, no, he hasn't explained
Yes.
it. He hasn't. Yeah.
So that
his-
time didn't matter.
he has
Well,
not explained
and
it at the beginning.
Kendall wasn't even in the building at that
I don't
point.
think, yeah.
I thought it was. Or maybe
No,
yeah, maybe
'cause
no, it was no.
Gideon had run across the square. His
Right.
mama's chewed him out for not killing the gunman
Yeah,
before
that's
flying
right.
across the square. And then
Right.
Koltarn just came in and tagged him. And the rest of us were
She was
listening
not.
to
Everybody
screams
else was
coming
up there.
from.
Yep.
Right.
Anyway,
I've
now that
conflated
I've
the things.
recapped most of episode 2.
So
All right, but yeah, no. Till's gonna be just keeping an eye on things and making sure he's in front of Kendall.
Does this
That kind of makes it funnier though, because nobody questions what it is Coltarn's injecting them with.
No.
It should
Till
make you
assumes
feel better.
everybody's as body mod positive as he is and doesn't give a shit.
does the architecture here kind of match, if a little bit older, what's up top, or does it seem like completely different? Like the whole
Yeah, it definitely matches more of the palace than it would like the traditional sewers as you sort of get a look around.
okay.
Continue on, I'm assuming, unless something
Yep.
draws our attention.
Keep it going.
If there's only
I'm
one way to
sorry,
go.
I just got murdered by flavor text. I'm sorry. 1 second.
Ah,
Sorry.
box text approaching.
This is a quote from the Dark Matter book. It's just, your death ray is just a blaster which kills people. I have an axe that kills people. Does that make it a death axe? Quote from Throg, half-orc barbarian who asks really good questions.
Nice.
Yeah, I was very confused there for a second because if there's box text for this, I assume it's coming from you.
Yeah, I wouldn't be murdering. I wouldn't be killed by my own box text.
Happens to me all the time.
Like, man, I was really funny when I wrote that.
Yeah,
God
right.
damn.
Exactly. That's always my
That's
reaction.
so good.
Like, I used to be so funny. What happened?
Ugh. But because I was looking up the adaptable omni tool to read up on it, and I just saw that box text, that quote, like on the bottom of the page.
There's a lot of really good flavored text around the gadget here. Yeah, my scanner. To refresh, I also have it in my character sheet, so I can just put it in the chat. Because I put all my shit in my character sheet. So I'm using the scanner, which as an action, you can use your handheld scanner to analyze the electromagnetic spectrum around you. Your scanner detects the presence, number, and type of technological devices within 30 feet of you and can determine whether or not a unique construct or device has been present in the area within the last hour. So, that's I assume that would help me find some of the traps before we spring them, hence the high investigation check.
Which, I mean, technically speaking, that's a thing that you would use in combat primarily rather than out of combat, but like it works. It's a thing. Like the action economy is really weird, like rules is writ, but
every 6 seconds. Click. Click. Click.
like
I'm playing Batman Arkham Asylum with Detective Vision always on.
yeah. Like strictly speaking, rules as writ, a lot of the action economy just doesn't happen outside of combat because you don't take actions when you're not in initiative, et cetera, but
yeah,
it's fine. It does the thing. But
I know, I'm coming.
wander around with your scanner active, keeping an eye out. And yeah, you find several disabled traps. You don't seem to have run into anything else that was active. You would probably guess that was the last thing that was that machine gun turret probably was only still active by virtue of being relatively robust and having ammunition left, even though it hadn't had its ammunition maintained in a very long time. And you're not seeing anything else that remains active at the moment.
Not seeing. Got it. Well,
I can't raise the right eyebrow right now to fucking. For some reason, my left eyebrow is a lot harder to raise than my right. I don't know why.
I can raise both. I also have the advantage of having angled eyebrows. I don't know why they're angled, but they're perfectly angled for raising.
Anyway.
Well, looks like most of these traps have been deactivated for a long time. Or at least ran out of ammunition a long time ago.
Does that mean we're going the wrong way?
No, I believe it means we're going the right way. You put
Okay.
traps and defenses around the places that you won't want to guard. and you let those traps fall into disrepair if you want people to believe it's abandoned.
Or maybe it actually was abandoned and somebody else came in here and took it over.
Possibly, but why abandon a perfectly usable secret hideaway that was not found until now?
Any
Hell, it
number
doesn't
of
even-
reasons, possibly, but we should go check to be sure.
Yes.
Continue on.
Looks like it was a fortress of some kind. It's a very defensible area.
Once we get inside, see if you can find any terminals to find a map or a layout of some sort.
Yes. Ding, ding.
How do I keep forgetting this goddamn scientist's name?
Lead scientist, Professor
yeah.
Leiden.
Leiden, thank you.
Dr. Robotnik.
I'm gonna put it in your fucking party notes because no one else does apparently.
Dr. Eggman.
What are notes?
I was just getting ready to.
I wasn't.
Dr. Eggman, so called because he was fused with an egg.
And was Sonic's dad or something.
Sonic's adoptive father in science. Before getting fused with an egg and becoming evil.
God, William, you're only creating the entire world and running everybody other than our specific characters. You want us to take notes too?
You know, I barely take notes in the games that I run, much less the ones I play.
I mean, that's my problem is I don't really take notes in the games that I run, so I have to remember all the names that I give you.
That's everybody else's responsibility.
What
I
we're learning-
will remember names.
What we're learning is that Mara takes all the notes for Final Show Films.
Yeah.
And, when she's not here, no notes get taken.
The only reason I remember my character, the names of my NPCs, is because I generally set up world anvils for them, and then creating characters in that is just fun.
I should actually use World Anvil instead of getting a subscription to it and then forgetting it exists.
Yeah, no, and I, yep. I had it for months before I was like, I should use this. And technically, you're not supposed to put in like licensed material. I stopped giving a shit about that when I was searching something for Wildmount and found like 17 worlds that were set up for Wildmount publicly for World Anvil. So apparently they don't care.
I just realized that if I play a stupid character, no one expects me to remember anything in character, and then I don't have to take notes, which is why my
has also been very useful.
That's why you.
That's actually pretty fucking brilliant.
That's why you
intelligence has
dropped
been
out of the.
yeah.
That's why you dropped out of
mean
the other Stardust game.
My 18-int barbarian, yeah. But weirdly, Grummond and bees, I'm all in on.
But
hand crack, both of them high intelligence.
No, my next character will just be a bush.
Please, the family's had enough trauma.
What? He'll be a really good painter. He'll be an okay painter.
He will be a barely serviceable painter.
I like how you.
It'll be art.
I like how you degraded that yourself within a few seconds of saying it. He'll be a good painter. He'll be an okay painter.
But as you continue on, eventually you start to see a change in the environment as there's a faint light that is picking up outside of Bees' torchlight. Bees.
When we see the light elsewhere, I'll just immediately Bees drop the light.
Okay. I extinguish myself.
And it takes you a bit to realize that because it's just ever so faintly building as an ambient glow coming from the water. As you look down in the sewer water and can see this like heavily diluted by the thickness of the sewage itself, but there's just a faint glow coming from under the water.
Nature or Arcana check, assuming my scanner is not picking up technology from it.
I mean, if there is technology down there, it's deeper than 30 feet.
Yeah. So, can I make a nature or an Arcana check to identify whatever the fuck this is?
Sure.
Which one would you like?
Bill would like to look at it too, but he's only going to do nature.
In that
I'll go
case,
look at it in Arcane.
27.
19.
Gonna look down and go, holy shit. No, I'm just kidding.
22 Arcana.
Very nice.
So with a 19 nature,
Kendall
I mean,
knows
with a 19 nature for Till, there's any variety of different bioluminescent fungi that might be growing under the water. And,
Oh, I see what she's done. She's gone and covered it in bioluminescent algae.
yeah, like it could be anything growing down there that is giving off that ambient light. Kendall with a 22 Arcana, the sheer amount of sewage down there sort of tells you that anything that's giving off that much glow through the thickness of this sewage is emitting a very bright light, and is probably doing it very potently. There's probably something of significant energy down there, even if it's not, like, strictly speaking, magical. And with a 27, Coltarn, you're coming to about the same conclusion that whatever is down there is putting off a lot of energy to produce enough light to pierce through the thick layers of sewage.
A lot of power coming from down there.
Let's back away from the sewage, please.
Yeah.
Skid,
Is this passage wide enough to fly in?
Barely. You have to be flying over the sewage, though, because there's not enough room on the walkway for one of your wings.
Right. I can take an aerial pass and see if I can get eyes on it a little closer without actually touching the sewage itself.
Skier
Same.
Tolbar just looks over at you. I am repairable.
All right, I can be the second
I
or
mean,
third.
that's fair.
Looks towards Gideon.
For the record, worth noticing, she did say yeah in agreements. She has not moved. He's just looking.
Goldhorn sort of steps back a little bit from the edge. Skier Tolbar will... is there like a pathway across sewage?
I mean, there's occasionally a walkway that goes over it, yeah.
Is there one near us where we're seeing this glow?
Kind of. Yeah, like 30 feet down.
Okay, so Skier, in that case, rather than going across, Skier will go like 20 feet ahead of the rest of us, and then sort of like pull off the scarf, put it down, and then sort of get down on the edge of the sewage and just plunge head into it to see if he can see anything. Since he doesn't have to breathe.
As you...
Keep your mouth closed.
As Skier Tolbar dips his head into the water, it's too thick to see anything aside from just like a general diffuse glow.
Can you get an idea of how deep it goes?
Deeper than his very limited sight can tell.
It's not grabbing his head or melting it or anything at this point.
Not right now.
And he's immune to being poisoned,
Okay, cool.
so he's
But there's like too much particulate in the water to be able to actually
see anything.
through.
At least there is too much of a surface layer for his head to be able to pierce through to see anything clear underneath.
Coltarn's integrated Omni tool beeps, and he sort of pulls the arm up, and you all see the sort of holographic representation hovering just off of his arm of what Skier Tolbar is seeing, because my AI companion has a direct link to my datapad,
which is a whole lot of swirling green.
And then Skier Tolbar grabs the side of the sewage, the side of the walkway, and just lowers the rest of himself into it until just his arm is holding to see how deep it goes, if his whole body can fit in it and there's still more.
while that's happening, Kendall, you were just sort of leaning over and looking over the edge.
Just looking, yeah, making no effort to like there's no inclination that she's trying to get closer. She's just staying right where she is.
Mistel is like standing on her tiptoes on Kindle's shoulder, like looking.
Like Kendall is the figurehead of a ship and Mistel's doing the Titanic.
Yes.
Right.
Cool.
So what grabs them instead of Tolbar?
So there's a small
hang
crowd
on.
of bees standing on Mistel's shoulders, and I functionally
with their two front legs up. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But functionally, I will cast guidance on Mistel if Mistel's about to do anything.
She's just leaning over right now. I'm looking.
Okay. Okay.
Well,
Oh boy,
Question.
don't like
Okay.
this at all.
all right. 2 of those missed
Feeling
Tolbar.
nervous.
Okay.
3 of those missed Tolbar. I don't know who.
We don't know if they're
though.
going after Tolbar.
No, I'm just hoping because he's the one
If
that's in the
anything,
water.
if anything comes out at Kendall or Mistel, can Till make like a dexterity save to try and interpose himself as a bodyguard?
I will say because you were too busy like trying to like lay out a plan for scouting ahead, you would not have been close enough to interpose in this particular instance. In most other situations where you're just sort of just looking at Kendall, I would say yes, but in this particular case, you were thinking about scouting.
Okay.
Get
They're
for
gonna
planning.
get in trouble. No.
Let me look at everyone's AC so I can confirm.
13.
This missed most everyone except for. I really wish Roll20 would stop telling me I need to log in to look at someone's character sheet when I try and fucking open their character sheet.
Well, you should have logged into Roll20 then.
I am logged into Roll20. How do you think I'm on this fucking page?
Are you using pop-out character sheets by default?
No.
I don't know why.
What
By
browser
the
are you
way,
using?
Roll20 lists
Chrome.
my AC is 14. I will trust the one that does the automatic calculations for me that says it's 13.
Are you wearing any kind of armor?
No.
Okay, then yeah. Well,
Oh,
no,
that's
because you,
why. Because
because
it has
you
the
have leather armor.
equipped.
You have
Yeah,
leather
fuck
armor
no.
in inventory.
That makes 11.
You see what she wears? No.
So you're not wearing the leather armor, so then yeah, you'd unequip it, so it would be 13.
Yeah, so 13. There we go. Yep, that makes sense.
Yeah, so
I forgot it automatically equips you in Roll20.
a series of 4 long whipping tentacles lash out of the water at Polbar, Varouche, Kendall, and Mistel, and latch around Kendall and Mistel, missing Varouche and Tolbar.
Jesus.
Amazing.
Son of a bitch.
It missed Tolbar, who is fully submersed in the water.
Well, yeah.
No, it's just amazing. It's just like
Tentacles still have to. It's not like the water itself tried to hit.
As
then I think it hit.
as you look down at this for like the split second you have, you are suddenly reeled in as you are yanked under the sewage.
There is about half a breath of squeak.
I'm
Say-
assuming we're rolling
same with-
initiative now.
As yes, we're going to
5
clear the
minutes, by the
initiative
way.
tracker. And I don't think I have a sewer battle map.
Do you
but let
wanna
me-
do you wanna go ahead and break so you can set up so that people
Yes.
can do things they need
Yes,
to do?
so
and you
we'll
can set
we'll
up
go
a
ahead and
fight?
take a break right now while I set up a battle map.
All right.
Damn, can I keep my 17?
Sure.
We'll be back in just a few minutes, everyone. If you're watching at home, stay tuned for these commercial messages. And remember, when we take our break, you take your break. So stand up, stretch your legs, move around, do whatever you need to do. We'll be back in just a few minutes. we're back. A dinosaur story.
So, I'm gonna put you into this hastily put together battle map.
Yo.
And Gideon rolled a 17. And the rest of you are gonna roll your initiative.
Yeah. Hey, there's me.
Huzzah. Time to do nothing this entire
Jesus
fight again.
Christ.
So I'm guessing I was over here then. I'm gonna
Thankfully.
surmise
I
that
rolled a
was there.
2. Holy fuck.
So
You had been
Skirtlebar-
traveling to the right, like along the length of the pipe. So
So Skirtlebar would be over here.
Bill was right next to Kendall.
Once again, I am quicker on the draw than my bodyguard by a large margin.
Look, I don't have a dice curse except as regards initiative. That's where my dice curse lies.
That's true. Mine's everything else.
Yeah. Mhm.
Just one more level, I think, and then anybody that's within 10 feet of me gets a bonus to their initiative.
So this is where I have to remind everybody how the holding your breath rules work.
There we go. I was going to say, when do those come up?
Ooh, a 20. Fortunately, I've got a rebreather, and Tolbar doesn't have to breathe. Why? Mouse? Why? There, put those up over there.
I can fucking find it. Hang on, it's probably
Why
the
is-
underwater rules.
Why is Gideon in the red?
You can hold
Yeah.
your breath for a number of rounds equal to your constitution. After that, you begin to suffocate.
For a number of minutes equal to 1 plus your con modifier.
Is it minutes?
Number of minutes equal to, it's under suffocating in the player's handbook. The creature can hold its breath for a number of minutes equal to 1 plus its constitution modifier, minimum of 30 seconds.
When you run out of breath or are choking, you can survive for a number of rounds equal to your Constitution modifier minimum.
That's
round.
what it is.
Right. Mhm.
I was close.
At
Yeah.
the start of your next turn after that, you drop to 0 hit points and are dying. And you can't
As a
regain hit points
reminder-
or be stabilized until you can breathe again.
As a reminder, any spell that requires a verbal component will require you to let out the air in your lungs.
Accurate. We did not take a short rest after the gunfire, did we?
No, but you did get healed up.
I knew that the short rest would potentially. Oh wait, no, I'm still good. We're fine. We
Yeah,
are
you used
absolutely
your-
fine.
You used your racial ability. You didn't use any of your spells.
I used my warlock ability, not my racial ability. One of the two. I don't remember.
You.
I
I
have
believe,
two
I believe
teleports.
it's the one that turns you invisible, so you used Misty Escape. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
still
well,
have face step. Don't worry, Mistle. We're fine.
Can you take Mistle with you on phase step?
I am in spring, so yes. As long
Yeah.
as Mistle is within 5 feet of me, which it looks like that's the case.
Well, yeah.
I was
Right,
waiting
so-
for you to correct that too. Don't worry, Mistle. I'm fine.
No. 'Cause that's the thing that would drive Till nuts is she wouldn't teleport away just by herself if Mistle was there, and she couldn't get Mistle away. She has decided she is the most dangerous thing and worst thing for Till that she could be. Someone with morals.
Someone whose morals supersede her sense of self-preservation
Yes.
sometimes. Morals are fine as long as self-preservation is the priority.
And potentially she may even aspire to be, dare I say, a hero.
Oh God.
Her father's gonna kill Till.
Worst
Yeah.
ever.
Anyways.
I love
I
that we're
also-
going into the trope of the warlock's patron is a threat, but not to the warlock.
Right.
Just to everybody
Right.
else.
No. Just to you specifically.
I was gonna say, and to me, very specifically.
I
Yep.
mean, it depends if any of you guys you put me in danger. See?
Right. Okay.
You're up.
Right. So Kindle's first.
Yes, Kendall, you are up first as you've been yanked under the water. And as you are pulled 25 feet, which passes you very significantly underneath things, you realize that the sewage, that, aside from the fact that it just smells rancid,
Right.
as it's everywhere, the sewage that you can't see through is sort of like a very thick top layer. And after you get about 10 feet down, you start to realize that you can see relatively clearly through the underneath amounts of water. Like, it's still kind of brackish and still a little bit hard to see,
Right.
but you can see very clearly what looks to be a massive glowing pillar of stone that has cracked a glowing red eye and sprouted teeth as it is pulling you towards it with its tentacles. There are like veins of this glowing green material striating across this, what would look like a stalagmite, like sticking up out of the bottom of this sewer, which is wrong because this is a cave. This isn't a cave; it's a manufactured sewer.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see that across the entire bottom of this sewer pipe, there's just this glowing fissure of what you can't tell if it's technology, magic, or something else, but there's just this glowing line on the bottom of the sewer pipe that is giving off the light that you've been seeing.
Okay.
And this thing is sitting on top of it.
Okay. So, couple questions for clarification. Then, can I not see to the surface currently?
No,
Okay, so I
you cannot see the surface through the
Yeah.
top layer.
So I can't teleport us to the surface because that requires me to teleport to somewhere that I see.
Mhm.
But
You can theoretically teleport yourself out of this thing's grip into another area that you can see.
correct. First thing I'm going to do though.
How deep is the top layer, William?
About 10 feet.
So you can probably see Tolbar's feet.
Oh, well, that's useful. That's right. Because of my Fey Touch, I can actually cast Misty Step as a regular spell too if I need to. But that doesn't help because it still has to be a place I can see, and also I want to teleport someone else. So first off, I am going to that can't be jumped. Succeeds on this roll automatically. And purify any creature that he has advantage on the save. So yeah, I'm not going to do that. I am going to use my action to cast cause fear on this thing.
Does that feature a verbal component?
Yes, but I can still do it as long as I take my breath away, right?
Yes, you will begin suffocating afterward. But
That's fine. I only need a round or two to get to the surface. So yes, I'm going to take that chance. And I will cast Cause Fear.
seriously, roll 20. Stop telling me I need to log in to look at fucking sheets.
DC is
what's
14.
going on with your thing?
It's a wisdom
That's
save.
weird.
That is a 6.
Ooh.
I believe Cosfear is just, it is frightened of you now.
It is now frightened of me and cannot get any closer to me.
Ooh.
and has disadvantage while it
While
can
it
see
sees me.
Kendall.
Okay, so interesting question that probably has already been answered in errata and is only interested to me. But if something is frightened of you, it can't approach you. Can it make you approach it?
Yes.
Damn. Okay.
Rules as writ, yes. However,
It seems like that would be pretty busted. I mean,
Yeah, you
I
can't-
agree with
the
you.
creature-
I don't remember reading anything that it
Cannot
can't. but-
willingly move closer. If you are moving something towards you, you are moving closer to it.
No, well, okay,
Like,
on,
it-
on
like-
a cosmic scale.
on like a rules as intent level, yes, which is why I'm saying it can't. Which is why I'll be saying
Right.
while it's frightened, it can't pull Kendall in.
Okay, yeah.
But rules as writ, technically speaking, it could.
If it
Although,
could do,
al-
yeah.
although props
'Cause
to
it's
Jeremy
not
for
moving,
arguing
right.
the relative positions there, which I
Right.
Well,
really
I would. You could also even argue in that situation that technically it can't attack you because that means it's moving its hand closer to you.
well, but its hand is already
Which-
on you.
Not if I teleport away like I'm about to do.
Yeah. Fair.
Correct.
Oh no, I see what you mean. You mean so it couldn't lash out at you because that
Right.
technically
In
part of it's
theory,
yeah.
Moving,
I
it's
don't
moving
think
itself.
that I don't think necessarily works as much because it makes frightened super powerful to where you just can't
Yeah.
attack that person.
Well, I think
Right.
that's why
But-
it poses
Yeah.
disadvantage because it's like I'm not looking.
Yeah. And then I will teleport 30 feet away as close as I can to the surface, also triangulate it a little bit away
Mhm.
because I'm 25 feet from the surface, but I can teleport 30 feet.
Yeah.
So, and Mistel is coming with me.
Okay.
I thought that was in my head. I'm like, do I hear a weird whisper?
So you're both probably somewhere around here,
Yep.
This is your conscience.
about 10 feet under
That's
the
not what
surface
my
of the water.
conscience sounds like.
It's your conscience. We
And
haven't spoken
then-
in a long time.
I would like, if possible, this might be pushing the bounds of the interact action, but I would like to take my necklace off and shove it into Mistel's hands. Or
Doesn't
put
it
it
require
around her.
attunement?
Either way. No. Warlock necklace does not require attunement.
Oh, Warlock pendant. Sorry,
Yeah.
that's right. You have the amulets you're wearing as an anklet. Never mind.
Or
Yeah,
just wrap it around
Perioptic
her.
wound closure. Yep.
actually
I'll
probably
say
be
that
better.
I'll say that you can do that. However, you won't be able to take advantage of its features, and she won't either.
Yes, she can.
I was
And
gonna
I
say
believe
it,
it's
it
your
functions
thing.
specifically for that.
That's specifically
does
the
it? Okay.
way
It's
that it
specifically
works.
how it's designed to work, that you can
Is
give it to
the-
another
when
person.
the wearer of your talisman fails an ability check, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Okay.
They
Yeah.
can
Sorry,
add
the
it before.
talisman is a
That's why
very
I'm
new
handing it
one. Like as
yeah,
far as
no, it's a little more recent.
Yeah.
Can Till take an out of turn incidental and make sure that everyone is aware that he did not consent to B's ASMR?
And that is my turn.
But you were very mean to bees a little while ago.
I don't hear any of that. I choose not
Now-
to, even if I do.
Kendall, don't you haven't used your movement. Do you want to try and break surface?
If I can. Again, I feel like I was pushing the bounds of.
I mean, you've used.
interact
I would say that you've used your interact there and to get that
you-
there. You still have your movement.
Okay, I will
You
push
have-
up to the surface then.
Question on movement in swimming. What is the difference between having a swim speed and swimming if you don't have a swim speed?
If you don't have a
is
swim
rules question
speed,
'cause
you're
I
s-
don't know if you need.
If
an
you
action
don't
to
have
swim or
if you
not.
don't have a swim speed, your swimming speed is half of your walking speed.
Moving through water is difficult terrain.
Yeah, because I didn't know if you could just move or not. If that
Yes.
was a different thing.
So yeah, I will move 15 feet to get to the surface and then gasp for air. Then look at Till and be like, I'm okay.
Is Mistel in your hands?
I
How-
don't think so.
No, you are floating in the sea. You're
still
floating in the
floating
sewage
in
right
the
now.
water by yourself.
Okay, I'm just
But-
okay.
And it
About
can't
10
see
foot
it
down.
can't see Kendall anymore, which means it's no longer frightened.
Yeah, I know.
Well, it's still frightened of Kendall if Kendall shows up again. but-
exactly.
Actually, no. For reasons that you're not aware of, it can see Kendall right now, so it is still
Oh,
frightened.
good.
Oh,
Good.
Yay.
Honestly,
Dope.
the cause fear was more. I'll be honest. That was more self-preservation. She did everything she could to help the both of them, but that was totally
Because
for-
this is not a normal roper.
Good.
Varouche.
All right.
An owl roper.
No.
Mr.
Definitely
Roper?
No.
Yeah. Let's see. Why not? Gonna regret this later. Hop hop, and then hop in. Just sinking straight down.
Jesus fuck, dude.
Well, hang on. How big were the tentacles that came flying out?
Large enough to wrap around your torso.
All right. Then let me do this. Okay. So can I prepare an action? I'll hold my action. I want to wait for the next tentacle that comes flying out at me or somebody near me and see if I can either hold it or yank it up.
Okay.
Reverse the
So-
grapple.
Yes, yeah. I'm reverse fishing. So I will take my shield and clip it onto the side, or clip it on my back, and then just wait for a tentacle.
That will only apply to you or anyone within 5 feet of you, because reach of your arms.
Yes. Let's see. Kendall went over there. So yeah, I'm gonna have to stay right here. If so, yeah. Bonus action. Where is it? Bonus action, I'm going to cast Branding Smite. So within the next minute, just throw it in chat. I'm not casting it. There we go.
Yep. So, anything else, or are you staying there?
No, I'm staying there.
Gideon. Sorry,
Uh,
Coltarn. Coltarn.
So, to preface this, the 6 seconds of each round, everybody's turn basically happens at the same time. So, like, by the time Kendall breaks the surface for air is like the end of my turn as well.
Yeah,
This is
roughly.
relevant because as soon as Kendall and Mistle go under the water, the first thing Coltarn does is use my bonus action to activate my rebreather and then break past Till and Varouche to jump into the water.
Yeah. See, that's
And just and he's just diving down towards whatever is below him. So just into the water. Sees Kendall and Mistle away and just continues to fall as I'm going to be trying to punch this thing, assuming that I'm going to fall on it because I'm very heavy.
Fortunately, that's not how water resistance works.
Again, I don't know.
You're still floating about 15 feet under the water. It's probably another 20 feet below you.
So I don't think
By
at
the end of
all
your
because of the weight because of my weight. I'm wearing chainmail and I'm 300 some odd pounds.
Yeah, that's why you're sinking at all
Okay.
versus just
Um,
floating, because this is a very thick liquid.
Cool. So yeah, so into the water, going down as far as I can go.
Viscosity and buoyancy.
Yeah, I was gonna say I would blame the chainmail because speaking as someone who not too long ago did weigh 300 some odd pounds, I still floated.
So if I'm not, am I? So I'm not in melee range then. Or is it large enough for me to be in melee range at this point?
It is not in melee range with you.
Cool. Well, it's time to see how well an Orcish Kolbrak fires underwater. So, do I have any sort of disadvantage for firing a gun underwater?
There is a thing about firing weapons underwater. Hang on.
I think it's just disadvantage.
I think
on the attack.
It's
the effective range is halved.
and if they're outside the normal range,
A
they
ranged
don't
weapon
work at
attack
all.
automatically misses the target beyond the weapon's normal range. Even against a target within normal range, the attack roll has disadvantage unless the weapon is a crossbow, a net, or a weapon that is thrown like a javelin. So I would say a gun also included in that because of crossbows.
So it doesn't have disadvantage, but it misses if it's out of the weapon's normal range. The normal range on this is
2 feet.
I didn't put down the normal range on a Kolbrak. I should do that.
You should.
Kolbrak is 40 feet. 4120 is Kolbrak.
So am I within 40 feet of it?
Yes.
All right. So no disadvantage.
In
because
real life, everybody, shotguns have very big barrels and therefore hold a lot of water in them when they go underwater. It is the most dangerous weapon to try and fire underwater as far as firearms are concerned.
Yes.
You will explode your barrel and probably injure yourself very badly. Don't do it.
It won't explode the barrel. It actually takes It takes significantly more force than a bullet has the capacity to emit. Even a shotgun shell for you to bow out a barrel.
I mean,
unless you're doing it underwater where the energy
Even
is being
underwater.
transmitted. No, I have seen it happen, my guy.
I don't think of shotgun.
I mean,
You absolutely can.
Listen,
Busters did
unless
this, and it
How's
didn't.
the roper doing?
unless you're a shitty person, in which case we're not your boss. You do you.
I mean, that's fair.
Also,
That's also
a
fair.
Kolbrak isn't a shotgun.
Marilyn
Okay.
Manson, feel free to fire a shotgun underwater.
It also depends. I'll point this out. It depends on the age and construct of the weapon itself
That is
as
also
well.
Yeah.
also going to factor in. Yeah, no, you are correct there. That is for sure.
So 23 to hit with the Orcish Kolbrak, which again isn't a shotgun, so it doesn't.
The barrel's much shorter, and while still a very big barrel, is much more well put together than a modern shotgun.
Also, it's a magic bullet, so there's no shot anyways.
Literally, Colts aren't underwater going pew.
No, there's the water goes.
There's a cavitation bubble as the bullet passes, but
Yeah.
23 does hit. Yes.
11 ballistic damage, magic ballistic damage, and a second shot because I have 2 attacks. 22 to hit
That also hits.
for 13. So just. And then Tolbar will let go and drop as far as he can. Trying to land on the ground. That's my turn. So I'm how far down, William?
You are
5, 10.
about 15. Yeah, you're about dropping a little bit faster than you would normally be allowed to, just because you're sinking. You're about 15 feet under the surface of the water, and it is about 20 more feet down before you start hitting the top of it.
So this, but in reverse.
Yeah.
put.
I
That. Ooh, here
just
we go.
realized I don't think I'm on turn order.
Oh, you're not. Mistel's not in the turn order.
16.
Did you hang on? Where's my?
My initiative was 16.2.
Well, you probably didn't click on your token.
Oh.
You there anyway? There you go.
Thank you.
I mean, better notice now than at like 6 in the initiative order, which is how it usually works.
Yeah. So, yep.
Gideon.
No, Camille's busy.
Okay, so you said that I can't fly over the walkway. Does that mean that my movement would have to be, if I want to fly across, my first movement would have to be my regular walking speed?
So
right?
the way that breaking your speed up works in 5th edition is that any movement you use in one movement type also counts up in another movement type. So if you spend 5 feet of movement walking, then you've also spent 5 feet of movement flying. It's just that when you run out of your slower movement speeds, you can still use your faster movement speeds as long as they fill.
Excellent. Okay. So in that case, actually, I guess it doesn't really matter because I have cunning action. So, but what I'm going to do is 1, 2, and then I'll use my dash action. I mean, it'd be 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'll use my dash action to continue moving to there. Because I have bonus action, so I can use dash. So I'll do that. And now because I use my bonus action to do that, I can't headshot, but I can just fire on the what's it from this side.
I will say
Because
I mean it's visible because it has to be because it's a monster token. But you can't see the thing through the like sheer thickness of the surface of the water. You can see its tentacles that lashed out, but now that it's retracted those because everyone that it had reached out to is now either under the water or gotten free, you can't see it anymore.
yeah, I realize I'm making a total shot in the dark, but my thought process here is that when it grabbed them, it was on this side. So I don't want to fire on this side because I'm hoping if by firing on that side, I can hopefully miss them.
Okay.
Because they haven't come up at this point yet.
Yeah. So fire with disadvantage.
That's fine.
And it's also got significant cover.
I mean, yeah, that also makes sense. But again, can't do nothing, can't go underwater.
Yeah.
So let's see.
Yeah, 13 will miss.
13, yeah. I figured, but again, can't do nothing, can't go underwater. So that's my turn.
You might be about to be anyway. Mistel.
Uh-oh.
How far away from me is the surface of the water?
10 feet.
Okay. She would like to live. So she's
Seems
gonna
valid.
get out of there. Yeah.
I would like to not die, please.
Solid strategy.
Your
So how are you
fly
using
your
your
fly speed is
aspiration action?
your fly speed is based on wings rather than just being a magical fly speed, so you do still have to cut that in half moving underwater.
Okay.
So it takes 20 feet of your movement speed to get to the surface of the water.
Okay.
Which, for clarification, if any of you have like the fly spell, it basically counts as a swim speed because you're just pushing through water with magic. But if you have wings, it cuts it in half.
Am I able to get there this round?
Yes.
Okay. She will get herself out of the water, gasping for air.
So Kendall and Mistel have both pulled themselves up to the surface and onto the. I'm assuming Kendall would have dragged herself onto the bank of the sewer as well.
Yeah, assuming I could make it that far. Yes, absolutely.
Bees.
So, mechanical question first, the fact that my character may not understand this, entirely valid answer. But would fairy fire make it possible for people to see this thing?
It would not, just because of the way the
Okay.
surface of the water works.
I was gonna say, the water's getting you total cover, right? Basically,
visually anyway. Yeah.
Visually, yeah. It blocks line of sight. Yeah.
I just like the mechanical part of that question is that gives disadvantage. If people also had advantage, technically that cancels out. But I feel like in universe that probably wouldn't make sense. If
Yeah,
the water
it wouldn't provide the
opaque as I
advantage,
think.
basically.
All right, fair. Well,
it will provide the advantage to anyone who is already under the surface layer and can actually see the damn thing.
Mistle has already emerged at this point. So
roughly, yeah.
Bees can see them. Can see Mistle coming out.
Yeah, actually, and also to be clear with the mechanical aspects of Fairy Fire, it does specify any attack roll against an affected creature or object has advantage if the attacker can see it. So you still have to be able to see the creature even if it's affected by Fairy Fire.
Yeah, I just the second step back on that thought chain was it makes it glow. I was curious if that would let us see it.
Yeah.
Remember, I had established that there is a very bright glow coming from the bottom of the sewer trench, and it just sort of diffuses through. You can't actually see anything under the sewer.
Look, I didn't say it was a great idea. I just had a question.
It would help me.
It would help. It would help Coltarn, but he's the only person underneath the water to see it right now.
All right, so Bees is going to step up to here. And we have a vague idea of where it is, right?
Roughly. You saw where the tentacles came from.
Okay. I am going to use my bonus action to...
Traditionally speaking, when something has absolute cover from you, you aren't even able to make an attack on it. But because this is cover provided just by thick, murky water, I'm basically saying you don't have line of sight and it has 3/4 cover, which is +5 to its AC.
Okay.
And would impose disadvantage on the attack rolls.
Well, and it's not a beast mechanically, right?
No.
Okay. Yeah. And I don't think mechanically web would make sense at the bottom of the water. So yeah, I'm gonna cast Hunter's Mark with my bonus action. And
you have to see the thing to cast Hunter's Mark on it?
Yeah, you can see. Well, I'm not going to do that. I'm just gonna go up to the edge and I'm gonna fire at it 3 times.
All right.
My bonus action to pew pew pew. So
disadvantage. Come out with little water wings on.
I mean, yeah, it's sending essentially exploratory subcommittees of bees down into the water to sting what it can find.
Ah, yes, subcommittees.
Yeah, that was the joke, John.
I know. That's why I emphasized it.
What? Why is it? I don't know why it won't roll the damn thing. There we go.
14 will miss. 9 will miss.
Yeah. And
the idea is the bees refuse to dive under the water. You fire them and they're just like, no.
Yeah. Okay. So just pew pew pew. No good.
All right.
I'm sorry. It did an extra one just because I was desperately trying to click the button, but
it's all right. None of them hit.
No.
Roper.
No. I'm gonna back up from the edge first. All right, that's my turn.
Yes, it is very specifically positioned that it can reach the far edge of this room.
I know, but bees still don't want to stand there.
So, I'm just gonna count these off. You
disadvantage.
2. Oh yeah, it does have disadvantage, so that's 12. That one.
Welp. Look, I'm doing
Somebody.
what I can.
Natural 1. And 22. Okay.
Damn.
So Gideon and Bees.
Oh fuck.
I tried.
You did.
Miss.
As tendrils lash out from the water aimed at Till, Varouche, Bees, and Gideon, and only the ones lashed on Bees and Gideon managed to land.
Can I still try to catch the one that came after myself or Till?
Sure, you'll be using your reaction for that. But yeah, roll me athletics.
All right.
I'm surprised you
I
didn't
guess
attack
he-
me, considering that I'm shooting.
Quick question. Would a long rifle count as
I mean, you got it.
Yeah,
you got it.
Oh, nice.
Would a long rifle count as what, Camille?
would a long rifle count as a crossbow for the purposes of shooting underwater?
Yes, I would say most guns qualify the same way as a crossbow does for shooting underwater.
Well, I got 3 minutes. I'm about to fuck his day.
That's right.
He thought he was doing something. He ain't do nothing but give me a better shot.
Question, William. How much does this creature weigh?
A lot.
Does it weigh over 1,000 pounds?
Yes.
Okay.
It's also tied to the ground.
Well,
Right, it's got little feet stuck to the ground.
Got little footy claws.
So Gideon, yoink,
That who brings Christmas presents in the Stardust setting.
and Bees, yoink. As both Gideon and Bees are yanked under the surface of the sewage. And then at the end of the Roper's turn, those of you who are under the water see emerging from the beam of light that is present at the bottom, that it is sort of sitting on, these small glowing wisps that rise up out of the water. And as they detect living creatures in the water, just launch themselves at the 3 living creatures that are in the water with the roper. So
Jellyfish grenades.
kind of.
And is this fissure? Is it kind of like the Caldera, Borean tundra, like crack in the bottom?
Like a crack at the bottom of a thing that's kind of glowing. Yeah, kind
Right.
of.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yep.
As basically living magic missiles fire themselves at the 3 of you.
Pew, pew, pew.
So I'm gonna roll as Gideon takes 3 damage, Bees takes 5, and Coltarn takes 3.
So she could hear it and he could.
Hang on. Is it worth doing that for 3? Probably not. Yeah, no, not worth for 3.
None of you are close enough for it to bite, so it can't. Till.
Till is going to step here since he can't get directly next to Kendall. Or actually, Mistle, can somebody occupy the same space as you? Are you small enough for that?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Till is tiny.
Okay. All right. Till's gonna step into Mistle's space and hold his action for any attack that targets them. He's going to either of them. He's going to interpose himself and attack the tentacle with everything he's got.
Mhm.
He has his spear out in both hands specifically for that. Because if it's a water fight, he's going to rely on that more.
She will sit on Till's shoulder.
Cool.
Settle in for the show.
Are you all right, Miss Fairchild?
I'm good. I'm fine. I'm not thinking about what I'm wearing right now. Just, that thing. But good
We can
news,
deal with that later.
it's scared of me right now.
Oh, excellent.
Do
Kendall,
you want this?
No, hold on to it.
Okay.
it is your turn now.
All right. Huh. I'm suddenly more limited now that I've escaped.
You're a warlock. You can cast water breathing on everybody, right?
Yeah.
I feel like water breathing in this particular instance wouldn't protect you from the poison condition, though.
Oh, probably not.
All right.
Sucking that shit into your lungs, terrible idea.
So glad I'm a paladin.
William, I'm
Yes.
sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know they're every DM's least favorite spells, but Kendall, really quick, pulls out her communicator, opens it up. Chet, I need you right now, honey, and is casting Summon Fae.
Okay. What creature?
Yes.
So that's gonna
Summon
so
Chet,
that's-
obviously.
amazing.
This is clearly the fuming Fae.
So that's going to stop the fear.
Yes, it will.
Cool. Just wanted to make sure that was clear to the GM.
Yes.
Yes. So he's no longer frightened. You summon a Fey spirit.
Yep.
I think we've established that Kendall doesn't give a shit.
No, she just did.
This is the
Oh,
last
she didn't
stretch
give a
we
chet. She got a chet.
Do you have Beyond 20 installed, Jeremy?
I do.
Can you pull up the Fey spirit stat block and roll for it?
I can.
So I'm gonna let you do that, and I'm just gonna
Okay.
give you a token to control.
The thing that annoys me, the only thing that annoys me is the D&D Beyond doesn't like if you cast it, it just gives you the plus whatever, but that's fine. I can work with it. So yes, it currently
Wasn't-
has an armor class of 16. It has 30 plus 10 per spell level above third, so 40 hit points. Its movement speed is 40. It manifests in an unoccupied space that I can see within range, which I guess will be directly above where I know the creature to be.
This poor spirit, just like, what?
It's okay. He's angry. That's what he does.
So did you just like drop a red cap into the sewer?
I won't say I
So
didn't.
Worst idiom ever.
Chet, do you have any kind of description on Chet as an individual?
Chet is very much like I would imagine Chet to be very much like my image in my head is very much the jock, like the Fey jock.
He's the himbo Fae.
He's very much the himbo Fey. Like I imagine like he's a she, but like all of her summoned Fae are going to be she, but is very much like the she that plays lacrosse. And has some very problematic views on things, but we don't summon him for that.
Sorry, could you spell what you're saying he is?
Sidhe. She.
Thank you.
The Enshi.
Because that does not come across as that spelling.
Look, I didn't create the language. I just occasionally use words out of it.
Chet, the toxic masculinity himbo jock Fae.
Yes. Oh, believe me, I have a name for the mirthful one and the tricksy one too.
I can't wait.
Yes. The tricksy one is Trixie.
Trixie, right?
Just Trixie. So yes, that's
Okay.
my action.
So Chet
So-
apparates out of nowhere, crushes an empty beer can on his forehead, turns his hat around backwards.
What's up, monster in a sewer? This is gonna be so raw, bro.
I'm just gonna. I'm gonna
I'm
use
suspicious
this
a couple
token.
times for good measure.
I'm gonna use this token for it because
That's fine with me.
yes. How many hit points?
He has 40 hit points. His armor class is 16. His speed is 40 feet. He gets 2 attacks.
And I'm just gonna give you control of this token.
Okay.
There's gonna be 2 attacks, bro. One of me attacking you, and a second identical one of me attacking you.
But you drop him into the water.
Yes.
Which,
That is
as much
the end
as that token has a gun, I don't think he does.
No. That is the end of my turn, which means it immediately becomes Chet's turn.
Always Chet's turn, bro.
So Chet is going to take stock of the situation.
I love stuff.
Oh my god. That's it. Craig is now the the role player for the character, even if I'm doing the actions.
Somebody talking about crypto, bro?
And is moving down to attack.
Oh, it's a cryptid. Sick.
So that
I actually have. I'm sure these don't match up, but because I actually have a set of 3 like dark fantasy weird fey looking things, I've decided that these are going to be your stand-in tokens for your
Perfect.
wrathful, tricksy, and mirthful.
Perfect.
They better be NFTs, dude.
I may have to change this character. No,
Gonna
So
NFT
he's
KO
not
this guy.
moving down. He's using face step to teleport 30 feet to it,
Okay, so he can actually get to it.
because that gives him advantage on his next attack roll.
Get my steps in.
So his attack is my spell attack modifier.
Which would cancel out the disadvantage from attacking underwater.
Correct. That's not a great swing. Come on, Chet, you're better than this.
Give me a break, man.
That's better. 21.
Yeah, 21 hits.
Just
All
had
right.
to get warmed up.
So he does this plus 1d6 plus 3 plus the spell. So he does that plus 4. So he does 9 piercing damage and 1d6 force damage. So he does 15 total damage. That's Chet's turn.
Get started. This is my first rep, bro. Get ready.
The good
for
news
more.
is Chet is underwater, so Chet can't speak.
My first rep, bro. Get ready for more.
Of course.
All right. So
But it's all in Sylvan, so you're the only one that can understand it. So
In the winter season, I play polo, bro.
I'm going to
You
grab,
have a hand on this thing's tentacle, but
yes, I do. But everybody else just went underwater. So
You got a hand on a tentacle, dude.
Phrasing, bro.
So regretting this.
haven't seen anything else. So yeah, I got a nice line on where it is. So I'm gonna pull the bar off my back, extend it into the energy pipe that it is, and hop down into the water.
Okay.
And go down as far as I can. Can I get any bonus movement from having attached myself to this thing?
if you're trying to yank yourself along with it,
Just a little bit.
yeah.
I have a pike. I just need to get.
I'll say that you managed to get with your movement probably about 5 more feet down than Coltarn does, so you're about 20 feet under the surface, which means it's about 15 feet away from you right now. Unless
Okay,
you want to
that's-
dash to get all the way there.
That would be my action. Don't need to get that much closer. All right, I'll let go of the tentacles, and while I'm still floating down, shoot it with my heavy revolver. Okay, no, that's yeah. I'll dash to get down a little bit farther.
So dashing, not shooting.
Yeah, because I already interacted to pull the pike off, so I'm just getting five more feet closer.
No, I mean, yeah. So the pike's a 10-foot range? Oh,
Yeah, it's reach.
Yeah. Okay, got it. All right.
But
So
that's me.
So you're down 25 feet.
Yep, I'm 10 feet away from it.
You even reach, bro?
50 feet. It's technically 40 feet. No, yeah. Sorry. 10 feet under the surface is it crosses the thing, and then you sitting at 50 feet under the water, and it's 20 feet further down, which would put it actually at 35 feet under the water. Is where it's actually, well, is where the top of it is, and it's 10 feet tall, so it's 45 feet under the water.
Okay.
Cool.
I'll get 10 feet away from center mass.
Yeah. So you are
from over here.
Yeah. So you are 30 feet under the water with a 10-foot reach. I'm just going to start assigning people depth markers.
The way to go.
I'll wait till Jack gets back to say what he was going to say before he jumped into the water.
Well, while that's happening, Coltarn, it's your turn.
So I will swim half my speed further down.
Yep.
So another 15 feet, which puts me at 30 feet down. Can I get is that?
There is a 5-foot space between you and it right now.
So I still can't reach it in melee then.
Yeah, you would need to get one more space further close to it.
Okay.
Water sucks.
So in that case, I'm just going to shoot it 2 more times. Since it doesn't seem to care enough to grab me instead of grabbing people that are on the surface, I will shoot at it some more. Uh, 20 to hit.
Yep, that'll hit.
And 25 to hit. All right, so 7 ballistic damage and 15 ballistic damage. More cavitating bubbles exploding from the surface.
Jack is now present again, so whatever Verush said before he dived, Cody.
Yeah, so before he dove, he would have just said, fuck, no, I forgot.
I mean, that's fair.
To you. Yeah, I just had a brain.
Oh shit! No,
at initiative count 20, losing all ties, the fissure at the bottom of this sewer changes from this like bright white.
Sorry. Tolbar swims closer.
Oh yeah. I'm assuming he also gets to the floor.
Yeah.
So he goes down to 45. The Fisher changes from this like glowing purple white color to a deep crimson red.
You should get that checked out, bro.
Those of you who are on the surface can see the hue of the light that is filtering through the smog change slightly.
Uh-oh. That don't sound good. That don't look good.
Get in.
Headshot. Let's see. I think it's a perception for my headshot, right?
Yes.
Oh, I'm still rolling at disadvantage. But I mean, that was even so. That was still either way.
Yeah.
28.
I don't think it can hide from you. Hang on.
Yeah.
Fuck this. One second. I think it's because Chrome is being a bitch about cookies, and so I'm technically getting signed out of Roll20 on the regular, which is causing this.
Yeah, if it's some setting in Chrome, that you have set to ask every time, that might be a problem.
I don't, but Chrome is just being a bitch about cookies innately in Chrome right now, so
Interesting.
like
You
it's the
might wanna-
reason it's the reason I'm constantly having to confirm that I'm not a robot on D&D Beyond over Chrome.
I assume you've like cleared cookies and cleared your cache and all that.
Yeah.
Sounds like a setting thing.
But anyway, so yeah, I don't think that it can. Character sheet. Oh, it does have a decent stealth. It might. It can see Kendall, so it probably won't. It doesn't. It gets close. Actually, no, because you would have had 28. So no, yeah, it doesn't.
Cool. The
Didn't
the
Kendall
19.
drop cause fear?
Oh
anyway
yeah, that's
for
right. It's
the
not frightened anymore.
conjuration?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So-
I had two for Chet.
Yeah, it's not frightened anymore.
Totally worth
19.
No fear, bro.
it.
19 will miss it.
Yeah. That's my turn.
Mistle.
Oh, actually, no,
Wait.
because I would have to use my actual action to try to escape. So yeah.
Hmm.
So I can't reach it from here, right?
Nope.
She doesn't want to get closer. It's gonna pull me into the water again.
I mean, you probably see Till kind of standing over top of you, just ready. So I don't know if Mistle wants to do something like that or.
Yeah, I think because she also hasn't like even had a chance to pull out her weapon. So she's
Valid.
just going to arm herself right now and just be perched on top of Till and be ready.
Bees.
How close to it am I right now?
You are 25 feet away from it You're sorry. You are 15 feet away from being in melee with it.
Okay, but can I see it, or is there
Yes,
still?
you can. You
Okay,
can indeed see it.
okay. So there's not at this distance. There's not enough smog to obscure it to Bees'
Most of the smog was confined to about the first 10 feet of the surface level. Down here, it's still kind of like brackish and kind of mucky, but you can still see through it pretty well.
Got it. All right. Well, and because I functionally use crossbows, I am not at disadvantage, correct?
Yes.
All right, great. I am going to cast Hunter's Mark for real this time. And it has not moved from its position where it's kind of encrusted onto this thing, right?
No, and from what you can tell, it seems like it's drawing energy up from whatever this fissure is, because the lines of light that you can see crisscrossing its body also changed to that crimson red when the fissure did.
Okay. All right. Fair. Okay. So I'm going to 17.
17 misses.
Okay. Take a second shot. Come on. Good Christ.
11 also misses.
That's my turn. Because I already used my bonus to cast. Wait, do I have to declare ahead of time? I think I do. Right? For bonus action. My bonus action stuff I get confused on because there's a lot of ranger stuff that you have to cast before.
Hunter's Mark is a spell that you have to be holding on to, so
no, I just was. Oh yeah, okay. So it's marked.
Yeah, it is marked.
Whenever I hit
and it's whenever you hit it, you deal more damage to it. Yeah.
Okay, and then I can track it. Okay, all right, cool. So and I mean I can't move because I'm grappled, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
let's go ahead and put the marked symbol on it. On its turn, as you watch as go on.
I'm really sorry. I would, if it's not too late to do so, I would like to use inspiration on that last missed shot.
Oh, go for it.
Because I would really like to hit this thing. And those were some really crummy rolls. Yeah.
As soon as it comes through.
20.
There we go. Yes, that hits.
Okay. So
that also doubles the dice rolling on your extra damage from Hunter's Mark.
Oh, nice. Okay. So that's going to be 12 from that. Does it double everything?
It doubles the dice. It does not double modifiers.
Okay. And no, but I mean, so for instance, Hunter's Mark
is an extra d6, so it's extra 2d6.
Yeah. So okay. So but then I'm going to also do my Gathering Swarm, and that wouldn't double because that's a separate.
Let me check on the Swarm Keeper.
All damage dice rolled as a result of the critical hit are doubled.
Yeah, so it's just a matter of whether or not the Swarm Keeper is a separate thing or not.
This is why Paladin Smites and Assassin Backstabs really love critical hits.
Because it's definitely also my favorite foe now. So I'll go ahead and roll two more d6.
The attack's target takes 1d6 piercing damage from the swarm. It does not say the attack deals an extra 1d6 piercing damage, so that one specifically does not, because it's the swarm latching on with its own separate effect.
Fair. Okay, so 12 plus 8 is 20, and then an additional 6 on top of that. So 26 points of damage.
It's sort of like in Lancer, for instance, when you hit someone, you can cause your auto turret to shoot it. The auto turret just hits it, but it's a separate thing.
Totally makes sense. Maybe my best use of an inspiration ever, especially since I think I've done it in the past to like eat a book or something.
Minus 12, minus 8, minus 5, minus 1. So the roper knows what's coming, even if you guys don't. So it wants to get as many people in the water as it can. So
I appreciate the roper telling us its plans.
3 tendrils coming at Till, Mistle, and Kendall. So first, Till. That's a 19 to hit Till.
Oh, that'll hit him. Does my held action go off?
It was aimed at you.
Yeah, he was just waiting to react to anything that
Yep.
hit either.
So-
Yep. mhm.
You can attack.
All right, sounds good.
That will miss.
16. Okay. 21.
That will hit.
10 piercing and stunning strike.
13. What's your DC?
My DC is 8 plus 7, which is 15. So yeah, that's a fail.
Okay. It is stunned. You're still lashed onto it, but it is stunned,
Right.
which prevents it from grabbing anybody else.
Damn it.
it.
No, there was gonna be. It's good. It's fine.
But at the end of the Roper's turn, from the rift, there is a crackling discharge as crimson lightning arcs across the sewer, across the sludge of the sewer. I need everyone in the water to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Question for positioning purposes. Is Gideon, our Gideon and Bees still within 10 feet of me, even though they're at a different depth?
No, because they are at a different depth. Because
Okay.
you are 10 feet deeper than both of them.
Okay. But I
Crackling
am
discharge.
near Coltar.
You are literally next to Coltarn though.
Yeah. So you get a bonus +4. But what save was it? Constitution.
Constitution save.
Woof. Well, if it makes you feel any better, Varusha, wouldn't have helped. Because that's a 5.
So I got a 19. Scare Tolbar got a 12. I don't know if
So the DC
Tolbar needed to make it or not, but
He did. So the DC was 14. So everybody except for Bees, Coltarn, and Gideon made it.
Does Chet need to roll?
I mean,
Chet does need to roll as
Bees-
well. Yes.
Yep.
Bees,
Thank
Tolbar.
you.
Coltarn made it.
It's a con.
Sorry,
save?
Tolbar.
Okay. His con's not bad. Need to check something here really quick. Okay.
Chet says they're a heavy drinker, but they're really a lightweight.
Crackling discharge. I think I had that in
It's
college.
an
make
bro.
it natural
19
20.
feet, so it just
Yeah.
rolled it to you, but it was a natural 20, which made it a 22.
Nice.
Shit. I'm raging, bro.
Wow, that was a bad roll. So everyone who failed takes 19 points of lightning damage, and everyone who succeeded takes 9.
I mean, that was a solidly average roll, William.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, did you say 19 points of damage?
Yes, everyone who
Yep.
failed the saving throw takes 19 points of lightning damage.
Yeah.
And did you say that was a bad roll?
That was an average.
It was
I was
average.
That's this entire thing.
I was gonna point out. Yeah, he said 19 points of damage. Disappointedly.
I know.
I will, as the crackling lightning comes out, I'm going to use my reaction, reaching over without saying anything, because does not have verbal components. Just sort of reach over and hit a couple of buttons on the Omni tool, and as I do this, hexagonal shield of force erupts around me, and absorbs some of the electricity as I cast Absorb Elements. I take half of that damage, so 9 rounded down to 4. So I take 4 points of lightning damage, and and there's a little bit of extra electricity in my arm right now.
Meanwhile, Chet's over there on the lacrosse pitch. They call me Honey Badger because I don't give a fuck.
Yep.
Till.
Also, because I look real cuddly.
I assume when I attacked the tentacle, it withdrew. It's not still within range of me, right?
Yeah,
And I get totally wasted from snake bites.
because you basically stopped it from actually wrapping around you.
Yeah. Much though, if he was not on assignment, he'd be jumping in to help everybody. Having seen the static discharge that just happened, he's going to once again hold an action and back up Mistle and Kendall. So as soon as a tentacle gets within range, he is, however, switching over to the revolver, just in case.
Good to know where the rest of us stand on Till's priority list.
I'm sorry, are any of you paying me to keep you safe?
I was actually
Mitchell's
about to say
not.
the same thing.
These are.
Yes, but the person he's being paid to protect is protecting you. So
I was gonna say, technically, Kendall's not paying you to protect her either.
No.
Technically,
She's not.
by our presence, you get more money. Therefore, we are paying you by being in the same company as you.
No, you don't get to do transitive properties that way.
Anyway, it's
It's
Kendall's
cap-
turn
it-
unless
it-
you're doing
it's-
anything else.
It's capitalism. Transitive property works however the money says it does.
I'm just saying, bro, instead of waiting for him to come in and fucking protect us, maybe we should just kill the damn thing.
I mean, we're already doing that.
All
Doing
right.
a pretty good job because you can see its aura.
I've been shooting it every round.
We're still not in a position where we can see it, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Then there is not much.
You've just sort of seen the water change colors a bit and then like lightning crackle across the surface of it.
Yeah. There's not much that
Oh,
I can do currently.
if Till can say something technically before his turn is over,
Yeah, go
Miss
for it.
Fairchild, do you have any control over the elements? Can you move this water, make it easier to see?
No, that's not really my thing.
Kindle Fairchild.
Go
Distinctly not a
Chet!
druid.
That's the end of my turn.
And then Chet's
So-
turn.
And then it's Chet's turn.
Looks like
Uh,
it's Chet time.
Question, William. Did the lightning that hit all of us seem to do anything positive or negative to the roper?
It did not seem to affect the roper at all.
17 hit.
17 does not hit.
Second attack. Actually, Chet is going to teleport over here, so he gets advantage on the next attack.
Advantage would have made that attack hit because of 20 is its AC.
Yeah, I know. Well,
Hey!
that'll do it.
Very nice.
So that is
Roll another d6 on that,
Yeah,
'cause I didn't roll a crit.
another d6 on that. So that is 13 plus 2d6 force damage.
It's all about mind
18.
games, bro.
So 18 damage.
Ow.
That's Chet's turn.
Gonna cross check it real hard with my stick.
Varouche.
All right. I'm with
That definitely plays for UMBC, Craig.
He definitely does. Good terms.
Am I flanking with bees?
No, because Bees isn't in melee with it yet.
All right, I'll swim around to this side, spot Gideon, and yeah. Let's see. First slash with the energy pike. Let's see if I can free Gideon. Is he still grappled or is he just floating?
He's still grappled.
One question.
Yeah, I'm grappled, bro. I didn't even try.
Did it reel us?
It did reel you, but it couldn't get you all the way there.
Okay. All right.
It didn't reel you on its last turn because it got stunned before it could.
Okay. Cool.
Am I flanking with Coltarn now?
Yes.
then that would be at advantage.
I'm
A 22 to hit.
I'm not in melee with it.
Oh no, right? Yeah, you're not quite a melee with it. So
Never
no,
mind.
yeah,
And second attack is a 22.
22 hits.
All right.
Although you would have advantage anyway because it's stunned.
So then a 22 is a first.
Yeah.
For 22 points, 12 points of piercing and 10 points of radiant from branding.
dope.
Right? It also starts to glow.
It's not doing hot.
And then second attack. I'll just set this on advantage. 24.
That'll hit.
Branding smite is only for the first attack that hit.
Yeah.
Yes.
You can do a regular
that
smite
off.
now if you want.
For another 10 points of piercing damage.
Ow.
Foul.
Too much is a bonus.
We're getting a lot of
Yeah.
Anything else?
Don't believe there's much else I can do as a bonus action. Nope. Yeah, that's me.
Coltarn.
I will. So, as for clarification, when the lightning from the rift didn't seem to do anything, did the lightning seem to hit it and it didn't care, or did the lightning not hit it?
It didn't seem to hit it.
Okay. Yeah, that's so.
It seems like it was purposefully excluded from the effect.
Cool. So swim down to flanking with Rouge. Hang on, I need to look at this real quick. Underwater rules again. Under the sea. Making a weapon, melee weapon attack that doesn't have a swimming speed, either naturally or granted by magic, has disadvantage unless the weapon is a dagger, javelin, short sword, spear, or trident. Where do you fall on taser gauntlet?
Dude,
Is not one of those pointy things.
Also, Chet's technically attacking with a short sword, isn't he?
Yes.
So he shouldn't have
Whoa,
disadvantage on his attacks.
what have you heard, bro?
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Oh,
I
that's
forgot. I
right.
forgot the short sword was in that list.
That's right.
Piercing, yeah,
Oh.
piercing damage doesn't have disadvantage.
Not the length of the sword, bro.
Yeah, well, because technically the weapon is taser, so I didn't know where that fell on the whole thing. Because taser isn't a weapon in D&D, so that's why I asked.
Yeah, if it's not a thrusting weapon, basically.
Cool. Okay. So flanking will just flatten the roll.
Although it's also stunned.
It's also stunned. Yeah, but how are you rolling that? Because technically, it doesn't matter if you have more.
I believe I've said it previously. I count it cumulatively.
Okay, cool. In that case, advantage. So I'm down to where I'm actually.
You have more advantages than you have disadvantages than you have advantage.
And time to gut check a roper. Natural 20. Good, 'cause this is the one where I get my absorb elements.
See, this is the kind of shit that happens to me. I get one shot on the fucking thing and I miss.
Listen, as somebody who had a very familiar note of frustration last night, I'm with you.
Yep.
So
well, it's not dead yet.
31 points of lightning damage from the first hit. And it's just there is a differently colored lightning flash that erupts from the water.
Scientific smite.
And then second attack. 21 to hit.
That hits.
14 points of lightning damage.
So you dig into its face with that second strike, and you fairly certain you break something important as like it flails for a minute and seems to contract, and the tentacles let go of everyone else, and it sort of falls back and seems to die. And then on initiative count 20, for first Tolbar.
Oh yeah, Tolbar. Tolbar continues to move closer. 10, 15.
On initiative count 20, the glowing light in the cavern changes again and turns into this deep purple black unnatural radiance that pulses up from this crevice.
Oh dear.
And the corpse of the roper contorts and realigns itself back into a standing position as its eye opens again, but instead of the natural crimson, it is just this glowing purple orb that emits an unnatural light from it. And its eye sort of fishes around as if looking for something, and then locks onto bees.
Because I've got the rebreather in my mouth, which is sort of like attached by the tusks so that it forms a seal. There's just a
as it gets its not quite mythic burst.
It's Gideon's turn.
It is Gideon's turn.
It
longer
is
grappled.
Gideon's turn. All right, so
And yeah, no one in the water is grappled anymore.
But it's making eyeballs at me or eyeballs.
Yeah, so he's looking directly at you.
Okay.
And all the drowning bees.
We're not drowning.
All right. Well, first things first. Headshot.
It can try.
Actually,
Hang
it
on.
gets to roll. Yeah, I forgot it gets to roll.
It doesn't. It does not
Right.
succeed.
And then shoot. I'm gonna stop fucking headshot because all my good rolls are going to fucking perception.
What the fuck?
Okay, so the next rifle I build you is going to have nothing but bonuses to attack.
Right.
Valid.
Actually, you know what?
Do you have an inspiration that you can use?
No, I haven't gotten inspiration in like a month, dude.
Or we missed a couple sessions.
I did. I'm not gonna move. Yeah, that's it. I'm just gonna hold.
Mistle.
Okay. Is one of the tentacles near me?
Nope.
Not anymore? Okay.
No, the color, the light show underneath the water just changed to a different color.
How can I see any of the tentacles from here?
Nope. You can't
Okay,
see
I'd have to
basically
go
anything going
in.
on under the water.
I'd have to go into the water.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, yeah, we've basically probably just seen a couple flashes of light, and that's probably
That's
about
the whole
it.
reason I've stayed in the water, because it's pretty apparent by this point that we can't see it outside the water, but it can clearly see us outside the water.
Okay. Mistle's gonna look at Till and Kendall, say, sorry about this, and go dive into the water.
Oh dear.
You'll be fine.
So 5, 10, 15, 20, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You make it just underneath the sludge layer to where you can actually see what's going on with your full movement.
Okay, but I can't reach it yet.
unless you use your bonus action to dash another 15 feet.
I'm going to do that.
It would put you just outside of melee range of it.
Okay.
Thinks about fighting underwater.
Yep.
Bees.
Okay. I don't like how it's looking at us.
When bees went under the water, did all of the bees collectively suck in a breath?
Basically.
The thing, because they are because they're wasps and you can't drown wasps, and also the whole thing about jumping in a swimming pool doesn't work. But also, because they are from a swamp planet, they are aquatic in that they don't have to. They can essentially hold their breath for so long that they're not functionally drowning right now. The weird ass stat block that William and I worked up included no breathing required. So they're not super worried about where they are. For that reason. They're worried about it for lots of other reasons.
I didn't know you couldn't drown wasps.
Yeah. I found that out personally when I was in the process of doing my research for bees, by which I mean that time I was gardening last summer and dug up a hive and then ran and tried to get away from them in the swimming pool, and they continued to sting me and didn't die. It was educational, and it hurt.
I guess if you dumped water on them, they'd die from that, at least the water pressure.
The thing is, wasps can drown.
It just takes them a fucking long time.
Yeah, it doesn't. They don't. It's the myth of them like completely avoiding water, or that they will drown very quickly, is a myth.
They can basically, I think, just shut their spiracles or something, and then
basically,
and even then they're fine for a long time.
It's just a dive. Yeah.
Right. Anyway, I'm gonna shoot it with my crossbees. Oh, you know what? Okay, so that's bad. I'm gonna swim down, and so I'm effectively. If I shoot it in melee range with crossbow master, am I?
You have crossbow expert, so you don't suffer disadvantage in melee. Yeah.
Well, I'm wondering, would I get flanking bonus then?
Yes, you would get flanking bonus.
Ah, shit! I should have swum down first. All right,
you would get flanking anyway. Also, it's still stunned, so you would have advantage.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna roll.
Actually, no, it's not stunned anymore because it died and reanimated. It's not stunned anymore. Okay. So yes,
that does make sense.
All right. Well, I'm going to, but I wouldn't have been flanking where I am.
No,
correct?
Not where you're at right now.
All right, so I'm gonna swim down the rest of the way and take another shot.
Since it died and reanimated, does that mean Hunter's Mark fell off?
Yes.
But you
can reapply it with the bonus action.
Yeah.
You can bonus action reapply it because that's how Hunter's Mark works.
Well, if I don't use my bonus action, does it go away? Or
no,
can I do it
you concentrate it for the duration and you can reapply it at any point. But
okay, well, I'm gonna use my bonus action to get another shot on this thing.
Oh, did you make a concentration check for Hunter's Mark when you took lightning damage?
Son of a bitch! Wait a minute, that can't be right. That's a 16. The virtual dice are lying to me. Oh no, wait, it's okay, yeah. So 23 on that last one. And no, I didn't.
Yeah, make a quick con save just to see.
Had I hit it at that point?
You had. It's okay. Just that the lightning that hit you would cause a concentration save.
Okay. I couldn't remember if that was before or after I hit it for the first time, because I definitely whiffed it entirely my first time through.
It was after because I got the absorber.
That's okay. You still got
19.
It. Yeah. So you hit him with your third attack.
And it also takes favored foe damage. D6. So 4 points from that, and I'm going to use Gathered Swarm for another D6. So another 2. So
also, don't forget your actual regular hand crossbow damage.
Oh, yeah, I did forget about that. 15 points of damage total.
So the roper, whose eyes are still locked on bees, first, now that it's gotten in melee, is going to try and bite it. Going to try and bite bees.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I thought I was going to kill it.
Munch,
17
munch,
damage.
munch, munch.
That is a hit.
For 17 piercing damage.
Okay. There's some definite crunches.
That's not ideal.
And you hear from the rift a deep rumbling growl. Zorothrax! And a blast of eldritch energy thrusts out of the rift directly at bees.
Man, we really got to figure this shit out.
As I need to
And the people
roll.
on the surface hear that?
Yes, you hear that
Okay.
rumble from the surface.
Kendall's eyes just go wide and she looks over at Till.
I think the bite, given that I'm at 20 out of 62 at this point, I think the bite probably ripped a chunk out of the hive armor.
It's a miss, so this actually is only going to deal half of what it's supposed to.
Wait, what?
Also, concentration check for your stuff.
Oh yeah. That seems more like it. Yep. All right. So I drop Hunter's Mark.
So, also, I wasn't going to bring it up until after, but it drops now anyways. You would have dropped either Favored Foe or Hunter's Mark, because Favored Foe is concentrated on like a spell.
No, it's not.
You mark your target as your favorite enemy for 1 minute or until you lose concentration, as if you were concentrating on a spell.
But I mean, it's not. It doesn't count as concentration.
No, until you lose your concentration. If it says as if you were concentrating on a spell, you can only have one concentration at a time.
It is a Hunter's Favored Foe is a concentration effect, just like a Hunter's Mark is.
Oh, for real? Well, then why do I even fucking have Hunter's Mark?
Because it does different things.
Not a lot different.
Not a lot different, but it does different things.
Like
And
it,
also-
it has that feature that almost nobody ever uses that allows you to track somebody.
The track, yeah. And I was excited about that until I was like, wait, it's clamped
Yeah.
onto this thing like a limpet. William, can I
Also-
take a different first level spell?
Sure. Yeah.
Also, it's more uses of the same effect, too. Because, like, Favored Foe, you can use a number of times equal to your proficiency bonus, and then you have spell slots for
Fair.
Hunter's Mark.
Also, Favored Foe only works on the first time each of your turns, whereas Hunter's Mark works on every hit.
Yeah.
That is legitimately fair.
Mhm. Yeah.
So they're two different. They have enough of a different effect that there's a reason to have both of them. And like I said, I wasn't going to bring it up until after it was no longer relevant, which it no longer is because you lost concentration.
Yeah. That does mean I think I've been doing more damage to stuff than I should be able to do, though.
It's fine. We will correct it for the future.
If you
Alright, my
don't
bad.
have it yet, Craig, may I suggest Hail of Thorns, which thematically could work that when the bees go in and sting, their stingers splinter and fly everywhere.
Yeah, that's the one I actually tried to kill Varush with.
Oh, okay, you do have it already. Okay.
So you're going to take half of this damage.
The insectoid body horror of that is delightful.
So Bees takes 13 points of necrotic damage
Woof. Okay. Still up.
as the soul-seeking ray only surface grazes you rather than impacting directly.
Not gonna lie though, that was super close.
Soul-seeking Ray. That was the best part of the second Star Wars movie.
Are
in
you
the current
soul-seeking
prequel,
Rey?
in the current trilogy.
Huh?
I said
So
soul.
that was
Ray,
13
that was the
damage?
best part of the second movie
Yeah.
of the current trilogy.
Okay.
Till.
I mean, that's a really weird way to pronounce everything. Last Jedi was amazing. Fucking
was.
fight me.
It was.
Bill's been
I
keeping
agree.
an eye on things.
No, that's just
And
that's just to our viewers.
he thinks he has a pretty decent idea where this roper is. So he's going to fly over here, fire 4 shots straight down, and then fly back to Kendall.
And kill Chet.
Possibly, I don't know.
It won't be the first
Roll
time.
me,
he's-
roll me
he's
your
hit
4
somebody,
attacks
he's
at
hit a friendly.
disadvantage.
Okay.
Because you are still firing blind.
Listen, if Chet goes home early, this would not be the first
24.
that Chet
That will
has
miss with
finished
the cover that it's
earlier
got.
than intended.
14,
That will
17, 28.
That'll hit. The 28 will hit.
All right. For 7 piercing. Can I try a stunning strike on this?
You can
or
try
no?
one.
Okay. I mean, it's just I spend a key point and it has to make a wisdom save. So
Con save. Unfortunately, it fails the con save. Unfortunately, now being an undead, it is now immune to being stunned.
That's fair. And then I fly back. Maybe a couple of those hit. I'm not sure.
Cold Tarn's body floats to the surface.
Oh, yes, they did.
Kendall.
Just not who I was hoping.
All right. Again, I can't see. There's nothing I can do. So Kendall just looks over at Tail and goes, "Don't worry, Miss. He'll be fine. He's got Daddy's necklace. She'll be okay." Go, Chet. That's the end of my turn.
Chet.
Your confidence fills me with strength, bro.
So that would be, that will again teleport over here. You gain advantage, which is actually advantage, as we now know.
Yep.
We'll also have flanking with Tolbar.
17 will miss.
Now
though.
he rolls low. But you're true, he is flanking, so he gets advantage anyways. This one.
I'm really amused by the fact that putting something that is normally only a mild threat because of its high AC underwater makes it more dangerous.
Way more. So that's a
harder to interact
23 to hit
23 hits.
for fucking 8 plus D6. So 8 piercing and 3 force damage.
Varush.
All right.
Now we're flanking Varush.
Yeah.
Also, it's undead, so smite works better.
Yep. Energy pike, stabby stab. 19.
19 misses.
24.
24
You
hits.
should have attacked that. You should have attacked that with advantage. So
Oh yeah, so first one's 24.
Yeah, so first one's 24.
I thought I had it set to advantage already. So this one, yeah, definitely dumping divine smite into it.
Is the energy pike set to fire damage?
It is.
So the fire damage is halved because you're underwater.
Yeah. So 11 points of radiant and 6
one more
points of fire.
D8 on that divine smite because it's undead.
Oh, yep. 3. So 14 points of radiant damage.
And 3 points of fire damage.
Yep. And here comes the second stab with the pike. 17.
17 misses.
Anything fully submerged in water does have resistance to fire damage. Just
Yeah.
FYI.
Yeah. But
Sure, unless this has so much pollution in it that it's like the Great Lakes.
do they have?
Or whatever river it is that goes through Houston that catches on fire periodically, right?
Yep.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to submerge an energy pike in one of those, though.
If they're fully
Also
submerged
fair.
in water, do they get vulnerability to lightning damage?
Have to stop giving lines like that to Chet.
I don't know. We're in the water. Do we want vulnerability to lightning damage?
I mean, I'd be fine.
No, the answer is no.
Yeah, that's me.
All right, Varush or Kroltarn, Blurg.
I'm killing it.
This thing is not looking great, even after it's being reanimated. You've burned through a lot of the hit points that it got back from that.
Yeah, no. I'm just gonna left hand, reach out, grab. Right hand, cock the fist back. Flanking to cancel out the disadvantage. So just a flat roll. Normal. 24.
24 hits.
19 lightning. As I click
Ow.
on the wrong thing. So, there's another grunt from the rebreather. It sounds like Coltarn is wishing he could say something pithy, but instead just punches it again. With a 13 though, hits the rubbery side and doesn't land it well.
Gideon. I should point out you don't actually at this point, because there are people in melee with it. You don't need to headshot it.
I was just getting ready to ask you because that means I have advantage too. Right, I'm flanking too, so I have advantage, and I automatically get my sneak attack if I hit.
You're not in melee, so you don't.
You're
have
not in melee
advantage.
with it, so you wouldn't.
So I don't get advantage, but I still get my sneak attack.
You do get your sneak attack on hit.
Yep.
Okay, that's okay. I'll take that. Let's see.
Can you bonus action to aim
Yeah, you can actually.
to give yourself advantage?
That's one of your cutting actions that you can take is aim.
Right, and so what do I do for aim?
It takes your bonus action, and your movement speed becomes 0 for the round.
Right.
But you get advantage on the next attack roll.
Oh, cool. Okay, then yeah. So yeah, I'll do that, and then that'll give me advantage.
Yeah. So you just don't move and shoot.
Don't move and shoot.
21 hits. Roll your sneak attack
21.
damage.
Sweet. Okay. 3d6. 13
more damage.
Yep.
Exactly at time.
Nice.
Gideon, how do you want to do this?
Nice.
Hang on one second.
Dope.
Gideon, how do you want to do this? Kids are screaming. Hang on.
Okay. I can see an eye. I want to put my shot right through its eye.
So as the creature frantically flails, trying to get at everything, but particularly bees, you see through the back of its skull, because it's been blown open in this portion, you can see its glowing eye pointing directly opposite you. And you just line the shot up and fire. And what is currently left of its glowing eye bursts outward, and this blackish purple energy siphons up into the body of this creature from out of the crevice, and its body detonates like a balloon.
Oof.
And then the crevice goes dark for a minute.
So, Coltarn, who had been holding on to it, suddenly the eye bursts out at him, looks down at it, and then explode.
No, you guys made me ink.
I'm gonna take this opportunity to get the fuck out of the water.
The crevice goes dark for a second, and then you see the light slowly begin to return. As the rest of you, I'm assuming, make your way out of the water.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, I would like to do that.
That's where we're going to end for the week.
Say goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.